Hello, welcome to my channel and to this video. So as you can see, I have my passion planner here, and just a little FYI, this is the small size with a Monday start. And yes, you may have noticed or not, all of these dang post-its. So there is a lot happening this week, so I want to make sure that I have all of them written down, because honestly, if it wasn't for this, I wouldn't know what the heck is happening in the following week. And I just love using post-its because I can place them here on the side and utilize them as I am planning. So for today's video, I'm actually gonna go old school and use some of Passion Planner's, I'm pretty sure, one of their first sticker books. I still have these. Sometimes I use them, sometimes I don't. So I'm gonna mix them with some of these. As you can see, a lot of these are very much used, but I do want to mix and match, including matching with these 3 washi tapes. So this is kind of going to be the color combination that I'm going to be doing for this week's spread. And of course, I have my icon stickers still rolling through with these 2 brands. They are listed in the description of this video, so you better check those out. And I have my Make ID label printer here, where I pre-printed all of these labels, and I'm actually changing things up. So one of these labels actually got eliminated or not being used anymore, but I'll talk about that soon. So first thing I want to do is go ahead and white out these sections, just because that washi tape is very translucent, and of course I want to be able to see the colors as full and vibrant as they are. So let me just go ahead and do this really quick. Let's get to the actual planning. So before I get into more fun decorating things, first thing I need to do is actually set up my time blockers. So I'm going to be mixing and matching a few of my markers here. So I had to bring out 2 trays so that I have them all out. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and all of the things that was on those post-its, go ahead and add them into my days. So the reason I like doing the post-its, and I kind of have talked about this, but I'm gonna talk about it again, is because I would prefer to have a bunch of post-its, have them all written down, instead of trying to write in pencil already in my planner. I kind of prefer to be able to look at it and have it all in plain sight, instead of having to erase, then write, and erase and write, all of that. So it's just an easier way for me to, once I know something's happening, put it on a post-it, put it on that page, and once I get into that week, then I will worry about adding that in during that week. So That is why I love using those post-its, because also if there is something that is recurring, I literally grab that post-it, use it, cross off whatever needs to get crossed off if there is anything, and then put it onto the next week's spreads. So I basically have them all in one spot. I know what's happening. It's just been a great way for me to be able to remind myself of all the things that are actually happening. And again, that is why I truly believe in time blocking, just because it is the greatest way for you to understand your time, try to find some extra time, and how to actually utilize your time in the most effective ways. Because we can always say, oh, I'm so busy, I have all these things to do. But in reality, if we were to actually look at our calendars and see how it is that we are spending our time, we can actually identify what are those things that are utilizing our time a lot, or what are we doing that is kind of creating a procrastination mode in us, aka, we love to scroll social media, we love to, get distracted by social media. I know I can binge watch a whole season of a show. That is easy. All of those little things, whereas if we were to actually plan things out, understanding how much time we have in our day, we can actually enjoy all the things that we want to do, but obviously in a more, cohesive way, in a more effective way, to be able to utilize our time to our advantage. Because again, we might have, a bunch of post-its or a bunch of things that we want to do, but if we don't know how to manage our time or utilize our time to be able to actually get all the things done, then what is the point of having all those things to do, right? So instead, it's super important, and that is why I truly trust the whole process of time blocking. Because let's just say all of my hobbies, me being the type of person that I am, creative, planner, all the things, I love to have time for my hobbies, and being able to identify those times where I actually can fit it in during my week, even as I'm actually doing all the things that I have to be doing. In other words, I have to go to my job, or I have to do some things for my clients, all of those things, but identifying where are my spots, I'm actually able to fit everything in. Again, I could talk about time blocking forever and ever, but I will just leave that there because I feel like I've been talking for quite some time right now. So what I'm actually going to do, and as you've been watching here, I'm going to continue on adding in all the things for my week, my time blocker. Obviously, as I go, I find extra time for like the smaller things, like going on a walk with my dog, actually watering the plants, gotta remind myself of that one. So those tiny things I then add in as I finish at least adding the important things in my week. So let me just go ahead and finish this up. Okay, let's go ahead with adding the quote of the week. Again, this is just something that I want to be inspired by, motivated by, and just reminded of. And for this week, I'm actually pretty excited because the quote is, "Your future self is counting on you right now." And that is so true. In any, I kind of want to say any way, shape, or form, literally all your actions that you do today are a reflection of what your tomorrow is going to be. So it's super important to be able to have that in mind with everything that you do, if it's, in your health, in your wellness, in your mindset, in your job, in the time that you spend with your friends, your family, all those different things. Whatever you're doing today is going to be that reflection. So that is just something that I want to focus on this week and just adding into my quote. Now, for this bottom left section is going to be where I track all the things for my coaching business. This is just something that I do for my own personal understanding of how I'm doing with my business. So it's just a way for me to track different things. And I just love how Passion Planner always has this section here that is kind of already laid out, but I just add a little bit more. So I'm gonna go ahead, add this tracking, because in case you didn't know, tracking reveals trends and trends reveals results. So it's definitely helpful if you are trying to track any habit, anything that you're doing for work, all those different things that you can track. I highly recommend doing so that you can see how you're progressing through absolutely anything you want. So let me just go ahead and do this really quick. Okay, so if you know me and you've been watching my previous videos, you know I love to experiment every single week. And I actually came across someone's Instagram, and they also use a passion planner, and they utilize this section kind of like the reflection section, how I've usually done, but more specific. And I just stumbled upon, I freaking love that idea, and I actually have these stickers that actually have those types of questions. So for example, I'm going to be using two of them. One of them is, "I am proud of myself for," and then the other one says, "I am making progress with." So instead of just keeping, a reflection section where I can write things down, these are actual prompts that I'm going to, as the week goes, maybe answer, maybe not, who knows, but I kind of want to switch this out just a smidgen for this week. And what I'm going to do now is add my gratitude section. I'm going to use these little kind of like to-do checkboxes, I guess, from that Passion Planner sticker book. Obviously add my titles, and I'm actually going to use that same type of box for my gratitude as well. And then of course I'll add my to-do boxes. I need you know, a formal way of doing all of my to-dos, and obviously have a way to cross them off, because if not, do you actually do it if you don't cross it off? I don't think so. So I'm gonna go ahead, add all of that, and then have some fun with some stickers, because of course we need to add a little bit of flair up in here. So that is what I'm going to do now. Okay, here it is. I actually really like the color combination, not gonna lie. I was kind of hesitant mixing the pinks and the yellows, but it actually turned out really cool. Anyways, obviously I'll fill out all these things once I'm done filming. Hopefully this was helpful, hopefully this was inspiring, and hopefully you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you here for another video very soon. Okay,